So I started playing football when I was 16. I ended up getting all the way to playing on one of the best Division I teams in the country, right? University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. My head coach was Paul Lees. And after graduating, I decided, you know what? Let me start going double down on trying to sign my first professional contract. And after going through several trials, I've come to a point where now I understand that I will not be attending any more open trials that professional teams have. The only exception is if the coach himself tells me to come out, then he will be actively looking at me. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jodabenitv. Today's another amazing day to get after it. And we're gonna be better today than we were yesterday. So I just wanna bring you guys value. So for my mistakes that I have completed, I don't want you to complete the same mistakes. I know there's gonna be a lot of people who are going to overlook this video, but if you end up finding this video, pay attention to what I'm gonna tell you and make sure you watch to the end of the video because it is very important and vital that you don't miss out. Otherwise, you might waste a lot of money and a lot of time in this process of signing your first professional contract. Cool, we have a foundational understanding. So, number one, you wanna sign a professional football contract and you don't know how to. A pro team is having an open trial. We're actively looking for players to sign. To come try out, it's $200. When was the last time you applied for a job and they charged you for them to have an interview with you? Cool, we have that. Move it to the side. 200 people show up, 200 people pay $200. How much is that off that 1-day trial? $40,000 that the team made in profit. And they didn't have to sign anybody. They just had to provide a pitch for you guys, make you sign the waiver. Here's a free shirt and a soccer ball. Great, you paid them $40,000 and get off our field. We got training to do. So what have I learned from all these trials? I've learned that if you're gonna go to an open trial, I would take it seriously if the coaches aren't charging anything. There's some coaches out there that are going to have an open trial where it's $0 and they're actually looking for people to sign. Because like any other job interview that you'd have, you don't pay the interviewee to interview you, right? Once you get signed, they pay you. The same way I started looking at the football game is, it's gonna be harder for you to get into contact with these coaches. But going blindly in open trials, my first thought was that, hey, you know what? When you don't have any other option, this may be your only option to go. But no, I've learned that that's not the only option you have. Number one, try your best to get into contact with the coach. The coach, I've spoken to coaches who they're actively going to be having an open trial in a few days, but I speak to them privately and they tell me they are full. What does that tell you? So what I do now is I will speak to the coaches directly. If the coach cannot take the time out of his day to respond to me or even acknowledge my email, then there's a high chance when I'm there, I'm gonna be treated the same. If a coach responds to me and he says, yes, I'm actually looking for center backs, I would like for you to come out so I can at least take a look at you. He's gonna know who I am. And although I may pay for that $100 fee, I had an initial contact with the coach because he told me he's actively looking for a certain position. And when I'm there, I'm gonna play with that position. And then there's times where you message coaches and they'll give you a vague answer. They'll be like, yeah, we are still looking for players. And you'll be like, is there any position in particular? Because if I'm a center back and you're looking for forward, why would I pay $200 to come to your trial? And then I gotta pay for my apartment, I gotta pay for the hotel and the rental car and my flight. That's another $1,000 on top of me just showing up. And then they won't want to tell you. They'll be like, oh, just come and we'll look at you. Scam, right? You're not truly trying to look at me because he knows if he tells me, oh, I'm just looking for forwards, I may tell my buddies and we're all back out. If he tells me I'm only looking for defenders and I'm a defender, then cool, I'll show up. But he's losing, he doesn't want to lose that $40,000 that they're going to make. So now what I do is I will spend most of my time finding coaches' contact information because I don't have time to be paying $1,000 to go to a trial that I'm not actively being looked at. When I went to the RGV Toros trial, the head coach was on the hill, far away from the trial, while everybody was trialing out. And then, you know, I didn't think too much about it, but I went back and read certain articles they posted about those players that they brought into preseason. Tell me why there were pro players from Mexico that came to the trial, but they advertised it as open trialists, made it to the trial, but that wasn't the case. That guy had connections, and obviously they just told him, hey, just come to the open trial as well, and then we'll put you into the preseason. But if a head coach tells you, you know, you reach out to a head coach and he lets you know personally, hey, I want to give you an opportunity, chances are they're not going to charge you. They're just going to invite you into preseason, or they're going to invite you to the open combine free of charge. Okay? Those are the things I look for. That's why I stopped going to open trials. I stopped giving money to people who don't care about me or my purpose. Yeah, and honestly, it's been the greatest thing ever, because now that I know that whenever I need to go to a trial and spend my money, I'm spending it in places that actually matter. I will pay $1,000 for the whole trip to get a real shot at signing a professional contract, than paying $1,000 just for the experience of trying out for a professional team. It's cool your first time, but as time goes on, it's not good. So I encourage all of you to do your research before playing on a professional team. Get the coach's contact information. Reach out to them. If they don't respond to you, if nobody responds to you, I will advise you going to that open trial. If the coach responds to you and tells you, hey, yes, we are looking for players. Because I've spoken to many coaches, they will tell you straight up, I'm full right now. I'm full. But a lot of people who are just regular people who just woke up and say, I want to go trial, they don't care. They're going to go trial anyways. The team is going to make their profits. But if you're seriously looking for a contract, a coach will tell you, because they know how hard it is. They know how much work it takes to sign a professional contract, and just being in contact with them helps so much more. And if you can't be in contact with them, the way they treat you is the way you're going to be treated at the combine. Just keep that in mind. And let me know what you think. When you go to trials, what do you do? Do you just go for the fun of it, or do you think they're actually actively looking at you? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If this video brought you value, hit the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Jodabenitv is
Oh babe, you might just make me go crazy. Thinking about you like all day. I'ma need you like always. How'd I get messed up like this? How'd I get stressed out like this? Baby, come back, that's my wish. I could put ice on your wrist. Talking about big stones, pricey gold, gemstones. Stacking the dough, big load, chief in the dough.